How is everybody doing today? I'm so grateful to be back. Sorry I missed last week. So let's talk about, life in general, because it's so much fun. Everything is speeding up again. Like it feels like shifts and stuff are happening so quickly. We just had the new moon that showed up. The energies are here to help us and guide us, and to show us different things. So as we step into this next, transition stage into, the fall, everything is going to accelerate again, right? Things are going to be revealed, things are going to be shown. And then we're going to allow like different things to transition for us into the new earth. Different healing things will be shown. Your body may let go of a lot of resistance that it's been holding on to. You may actually start to notice that you feel lighter. The clients that I'm working with right now, it's like they're shifting instantly. They're ready to let go of those pieces of the puzzle that don't make sense anymore. Maybe they're going from, trauma as a child to letting all of that go and just setting their self free. And as we free our soul, so much stuff is going to start to shift for you. We're going to step into a healthier body. We're going to step into a healthier mindset. We're going to step into a lighter being. And we don't have to hold on to those things anymore. We can truly set them free. And some of the ways that I do that with my clients is just to allow them to acknowledge what's there. You have a trauma, something that happened as a child. We can acknowledge it, and then we can let it go and step forward into that and say, you know what, that's not my story anymore. Letting go of the old belief system. We don't have to have a belief to step forward. We just have to choose our perception of what we know is truth. And by doing that, we're allowing ourselves to set certain parts of us free, because the belief system can actually hold you stuck. But it's your perception of what you believe is truth is what you are guided by, right? Source will always give you the knowledge that you need to step forward into the new you, right? So do you choose to take it with you? Do you choose to let it go, right? And by choosing those in this moment, you set a part of yourself free, allowing the brain-heart coherence to tap in and allow us to be guided by source and by those things that we want for ourselves. It helps to let go of all that belief that you've been holding on to. This causes this. This is why I have this. What if you just said no more? What if you just left it all at the door and said it's not allowed to enter anymore, right? That's the part of your soul that's going to keep going forward. That's the part of your soul that's going to continue on well after you've let go of the baggage. So why not step fully into your sovereign being and allow yourself to experience what it's like to step into this new reality for yourself, right? We can go back to Joe Dispenza. We can go back to other people who are doing studies on the brain-heart coherence. That's what it's all about. It's my brain and my heart are in full alignment that source can heal, right? We are all just the conduit to allow that information to come in and heal us, right? So, by going to someone who is a healer or going to someone who, is allowing you to tap into those things, we're allowing the next level of healing to come in. We're allowing ourselves to experience what we've always wanted to experience, being free of illness, being free of thoughts, being free, right? None of that has changed. Look outside your window. If your perception says there's something wrong out there, then there's something wrong, right? You can start living that. But if you tap in and say, you know what, I choose this as my reality. I choose this because I believe it's true. Every single bit of it will show up, right? So your perception is showing you the way, right? When you look outside your door and you don't like what's there, walk out the next time and say it's not there. Choose that perception that you want in front of you. Sunshine, rainbows, extra money in your bank account. None of it is different. It's all what you perceive, right? So we want to step into everything as though it's our perception of our truth. And once you step into it and you start to love it, then you start to bring joy in. And when you start to bring joy in, you start to elevate everything, right? And when we start to elevate everything, we feel better. And when we feel better, we can do more, right? Not only for us, but for humanity. And when we step in fully and say, you know what, I'm ready to serve source in every way of the highest, everything comes to you. Everything, right? We start affirming that our body is in perfect health and condition. We start talking to ourselves every day, right? We start telling the cells of the body what we want it to do and how we want it to behave, and to start remembering those things from before till now that we can change every aspect of it. I'm living proof. I've healed my body of absolutely everything that I've had. I've healed like torn ligaments in my arm completely healed. Doesn't bother me. Whereas before I couldn't even pick up a glass of water. Right. So now as we step forward into this new earth, this new reality, what do you choose for yourself? And as you know, these outlets for shows for us to be able to share that knowledge and power with you guys, you know, maybe it's you stepping in to do a course. Maybe it's you stepping in to open up those clairs, right? I just launched a clairs course. We have so many people in there. They are loving every moment of it. They can't wait for Sunday to roll around so they can come in and do it again, right? So it's like you can be that knowledge of information to help everybody else open up their gifts too. And that's why we're here, is to show you that this is possible for you to do as well. You know, yeah, I can tap into anybody around the world. Doesn't really matter. But what matters is that I'm going to help you to uncover some truths of what you've been holding on to, right? Whether that's through guidance or whether that's through a healing, whether that's through going into your Akashic records and bringing out something that's helping you stay stuck in this lifetime, right? It's all of us stepping in together as a collective to help one another, right? You know, maybe you don't have all of your gifts per se just yet, but maybe it's, you can like bake a loaf of bread and give it to your neighbor. Or maybe you have an extra bag of apples and you can give it to somebody. All of that is tapping into that brain heart coherence. It's allowing us to open and expand to what else is out there, right? And by tapping into that and by showing that, it allows us to open and expand in our internal body as well. We become the conduit to energy from, you know, the higher sources and the higher beings to bring it here and to help everybody. So yeah, I love stepping into this work. I do want to share, like I helped one young lady, she, two dentists told her she needed a root canal. And I said, well, let me just do some healing on it. So I healed all the nerves up in her face and in her cheek and down into her jaw. And she went to a specialist, and the specialist told her she didn't need a root canal, and he couldn't explain it. So if you're ready to step into this kind of work, step in. Humanity needs you. There's more than one way to heal, right? But maybe like you've been sitting on the fence for a while about some of the stuff. You know, helped a young boy put his arm back in his socket after he dislocated it, right? So many of these stories are coming out. Girl with a bladder infection, no more bladder infection. Doctors can't explain it, right? So it's like, you know, I actually just worked with a lady this morning who she was having you step in and heal the reason why the knee is no good or why it's not working and functioning. You know, they can see the results right away. This girl got out of her car and was doing squats, right? Whereas she's scheduled for surgery in a couple of weeks. So it's like, what do you see for yourself? What do you see yourself doing in the next 5-10 years, right? Do you want to step into this? Do you want to step in and help humanity? You know, we can't always look at it as though it's black or white, you know, pills or no pills. It's, can you truly heal your body without any of that? And the answer is yes. It's happening every day, whether you see it or not, right? God performs miracles through all of us. And, you know, to be able to step in and do this work and to be a beacon of light, you know, is where we need to start. All right. So we have Stephanie on today with us. Hey, Stephanie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Hi. That's awesome. So I'm doing readings today. So if you have a question, you can ask. If not, I will tap in for you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm hoping to connect with a past person.
Okay. So I have a younger male and older male. I also have a grandmother. It feels like this person makes you very nervous. Like I'm tapping into your body. It feels very like heightened, very nervous. Not sure what to expect. I feel like you've gone through a lot of stuff.
You say what
need
now?
an answer. It's like you need an answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah. They're saying breathe first and foremost. It's like you're building up that heart rate for yourself. So they're saying just take a deep cleansing breath right now. Okay. And then let's just calm down the body. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to tap into the two males first because they seem to be like the driving force forward. One's younger, one's older.
My dad and my brother.
Did something happen when you were? Yeah. Did something happen though when you were younger with these two? Because it feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect, a little bit of a pull away. I almost want to say like I see teasing. I'm not. I would say a little bit from the brother, but there's some teasing there. But there's also something else that makes you very scared.
Yeah, to make me scared, I'm not sure.
Well, your heart rate is picking up. Like your heart rate is like accelerating. You've got heat coming in. Like
it is. It's just excited with anticipation to know what they're having to say, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't meet my brother until later on in life, and my dad's been passed away since 2005.
Yeah, they're both telling me that they love you unconditionally. Like, don't ever doubt that. Them passing, I feel like, was a blow to you. Like, it feels like you almost where you were ready.
My brother just suddenly died, like in May.
Yeah. Well, he's saying he is supporting you. He's right beside you. He's saying, like, stop worrying about me. I'm okay. He's watching over you guys, like you're the rest of the family that's still there. So he's watching over you guys, saying, I'm here to support you all. He wasn't ready to go. So he's showing me like he wished he could have stayed. His heart is still connected back to earth. So he didn't want to go, but he's okay with where he is now. He's made peace with it. It feels like too short. Like he's like, it was too short. I should have been here longer, but it was time for me to go. He's saying I wasn't ready to go, but there's stuff that he still needs to do yet. I feel like he is coming back. Most people are transitioning very quickly right now. He's saying I'm still there. So I feel like he's coming back around November, December. He'll be coming back. He wanted to delay it. He wanted to adjust. Well, right now, anybody who's passing over is transitioning very quickly. Like you go up, you do what you need to do with source, and then you come right back. Like you're basically signing a contract as soon as you land there to come back, because humanity needs all of us. But he decided he wanted to delay it. So he's like holding back on coming back until around November. I feel like the end of November, beginning of December, he's going to come back to Earth in a physical body.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's saying, stop worrying. Stop worrying. He's like, I know you're excited, but he's like, stop worrying about things. You don't need to worry about anything.
I've lost a lot of people in this year alone.
Yeah. Who's the female who passed over? Was another figure?
My cousin. I'm going to say it's my cousin. She just overdosed in January.
Yeah. She's saying I made poor choices. She's saying, don't hold that against me, which I don't think you're going to anyways, but she's like, don't hold it against me. I kind of just needed a way out. I needed to escape. She's saying, I'm good now. Like I'm at peace. Like she's almost saying, I wish I would have done this earlier, but she held out for whatever reason she needed to, but she's saying, don't hold it against me. And she said, I love you unconditionally. Like she's there and she's going to guide you and support you. She's just like, make good choices for yourself. She goes, make the better choices than what I did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it feels like she's still got a little bit of healing stuff that has to happen in through her esophagus and into her throat. She's got a lot of like trauma she's got stuck in there that she doesn't want to release. Like the energetic side of it, like their body is pure over there right now, but it's the energetic stuff that's really stuck. So I feel like you're doing a little bit of the same though. Like you bring in a lot of the stuff that's been happening around you and you hold it, like you've got to hold it. Like she's just saying you need to like throw it away. Like she's literally doing this over in spirit. Just get rid of it. Get it off you. You don't need any of it. Those things that we've done to ourselves are not your mistakes to carry for us.
Yeah.
She's also saying you have a lot of emotion that you need to let go of. Your eyes are like burning. So it's almost like you're trying to hold back the tears so that you don't express them, so people don't see you. She's like, you're irritating yourself by not letting them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to just touch base on
I cried too much when I start,
Yeah, but don't suppress anything back. Like just let it go, like all of it. Don't hold anything. Your dad is coming in with a force to be reckoned with, so I've got to give him some attention here. So he's saying like, you've done a great job so far. He's saying don't give up now. Keep going. Be strong for yourself, and everything will line up and fall into places. I feel like he's advocating for you on the other side. He's kind of like making things line up in a certain direction for you to help show you that he's there to support you.
I feel like he's with me all the time.
Go ahead.
I feel like he's with me all the time.
He totally is. He's talking about flowers. Do you have flowers outside the front of your house?
No, the flowers. I went to the graveyard to his tombstone, and I always have a thing where I take the next grave flowers and I put it on my dad just to be silly.
Yeah. And he's saying, buy some for you. Buy some for you too, because you're just as important. He's saying, don't forget about you.
Yeah.
He's also showing me like, he's showing me holding a baby as well. So he's like, he's been there since birth. So don't ever deny that he's with you. He has a lot of emotion that he still has to let go of yet too. Like he's holding stuff from his own childhood that, didn't align or wasn't 100%. But he's just asking you to like step forward into the absolute purest of yourself and just allow them all to guide you, because they're all like, you've got more than that. Like if I tap into everybody, you've got about 25 people standing behind you. Right. Really? So everyone is there to guide you and support you and watch over you. They have been since you were born. Right. So it feels like you've had some circumstances come in over the years for yourself where it's like, I can't do this. I'm not sure if I can make it. These things are tough. And then, okay, it's good. And then something else transpires where it feels like you've been, knocked right back down. But they're saying that's over.
I don't even understand my whole life. My whole life been traumatic.
Yeah. So let them help you change that. Let them help you change that. I see big changes coming for you, like upcoming. They're showing it to me too. They're showing me like this image over here. They're showing me things are going to start to line up and things are going to start to shift for you, where it's like you don't have to struggle anymore. And you don't have to do the highs and lows of emotion anymore. And you don't have to go through the trauma anymore. They're saying that's over. Like it's time. It's time for them to right the wrong. They're cheering you on now. It's like we're ready to support you where we didn't support you before.
I'd really like to. Do you see Chico anywhere?
Say that again.
Do you see my friend Chico anywhere?
He comes in and out. So he like floats backwards and forwards. Like he'll come in close and then leaves. I feel like you don't need him all the time. Like I feel like Chico is like, well, they're saying it to me. It's like a crutch. When you need me, I'll be there. When you don't, I'm going to go. So I feel like they travel in and out only when you need them.
I just wondered because I sat with him and I sang to him and I told him it was all right, let him go. And like his family unplugged him from the machine and states away. And
no, he was ready to go.
Last person to see him.
He was ready. He was ready to go. He's like the break. I was grateful. Like it needed to be done. He's just saying, do not like put this all on yourself, that was a mistake or that you did something wrong to cause it, or that, you could have changed the mind of somebody else. He's like, I'm okay with it. I needed the break from it. If he was meant to be here, he would have taken that breath as soon as they unplugged it.
Yeah.
All right, love. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. And we're on to Nicole. Hey, Nicole, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. I'm doing readings today, so I'll let you choose. I can either tap in for you or you can ask a question.
I'm sorry, I missed that last part. You can either what for me or I can ask you.
I can tap in and do a reading for you or you can ask a question.
Go ahead with the reading. I'm really wondering, medium-wise, future. I heard some things that's going to happen for me in the new year or in January, and I was wondering if that's true. And also just kind of a medium to see how my grandparents are doing. My grandfather recently passed away, so I was like, know that he's okay.
Yep. So I got both of them on either side of you. Grandma's on the right, grandfather's on the left. They're supporting you, so they're grateful that you're here and you're going to keep going for them. As for the new year, yes, I see towards the end of January, not so much the beginning, but I see towards the end of January, they're actually lining something up for you too. I feel like there's might be a move or a change of job. They're actually lining that up because your grandfather's showing me like this whole setup he's been working on for a while, not even just now. But I feel like after, I want to say after March, a lot of things start to fall into place for you, like career-wise, health-wise, you know, just boosting up the immune system as well. It feels like sometimes you're high, sometimes you're low. It's got this emotional roller coaster that goes on sometimes. It feels like everything starts to line up, even out. Like it feels like you can actually breathe with everything that's going to transpire. I also see a female coming back into your life who you were friends with a long time ago. And I feel like the transition of you will help her to grow as well, because I feel like you're going to take some big steps over the next 1.5 to 2 years. And then again into 3 years, like there's a few big shifts coming. This girl is going to watch you grow, and then she's going to start to learn from you. And I feel like you're going to become her mentor because you've been through so much already. Not in so much of the sense like I had to go to hell and back to make my life work. But I mean, you have those experiences under your belt where she's going to start to watch you and you're going to become her mentor. I also feel like there's other people coming into your life. I see 3 females, 1 male. And then I see a community group coming towards where you're at within like the 6-month mark. And I feel like this community is going to help you grow spiritually even more. It's going to open your eyes to a lot of things as well. And I feel like you're going to be in this community that allows you to have everything that you need in one. So like the psychic is there, the medium is there, the shaman is there. And it's like you guys are basing yourselves in this community. You're going to grow from all of them, and then you're going to start to share it out as well. I feel like from that point forward, I feel like a lot of changes are going to happen. A lot of people are going to come into your life that is unexpected. People with things that you know.
Positivity in my future with my husband.
Yeah, I see you're coming with you. I feel like your spiritual journey is a little bit separate from his, though. Right? I feel like he's going to come with you. I feel that up leveling, but I feel like this is where you need to be first, and he will definitely join you. Right? I see that for sure. But I see you need to take this path for yourself and show you first. Right? So it's going to allow you to grow, and then he's going to travel up beside you. Have things not always been 100% between you and your husband?
I mean, we were great. We really got along in the beginning when we were dating, and then, we got married, had a kid, and it was a lot to handle. So I feel like we've kind of been pulling away from each other more than we should be pulling towards each other.
Yeah. So this is where I see you've got to step into the spiritual journey for you first, and then see him following, right? It might not be as strong at first, but eventually I think that's where the 3-year mark coming in, that's where I see it coming back together super strong. But right now, I feel like you need to find it for you first, right? You've got to find out where you belong. Where do I fit? Where's my group of people that, I need to connect with? And there it is coming in for you. I feel like that's really important. I feel like you've put yourself to the side for so long, and now it's time for you to put yourself in the spotlight. Just you. Your kids are okay.
I feel
your husband is okay.
I just don't know when that will happen. I've always been so lost.
It can be now up until January. I feel like January is like the starting take-off point, because I feel like you're going to get to the point where it's like enough is enough. Like things that are transpiring in your awareness right now don't make sense, and they're starting to like open you up a little bit. Even in the throat, right? It feels like you're ready to communicate certain things that you've known all along, and now you're just going to say them. That's going to be your starting basis point. But I feel like January is like your starting point. But towards the end of January, big shifts coming. But I feel like you're going to have, within the next 3 years, I feel like you're going to have 3 to 4 ginormous shifts, like things that you're not going to be able to stop, right? The knowingness, the awareness, being able to do things you never thought you'd be able to do. And I think that's key, because
that I find my career choice that I've been always looking for. I've never committed. I've never found exactly what I'm involved in life stuff. I mean, right now I'm currently working at this new job, and I just kind of am interested to see if this is really what my future is, what my future is talking about, or if it's something better coming for me.
It's absolutely better. Absolutely better. If you don't, I feel like you're going to hold this job just for a little bit. I feel like towards the end of January, I feel like you might step out of it. It's totally your choice. Like, I'm not going to force you to quit your job if you don't want to, but I feel like once you bring in this community of people and then you start mentoring out, like, I feel like that's more money. Like, I feel like 100% more money. So I feel like you need to go through this little bit of a transition first in the awakening of yourself, and then you're going to step fully in. I do. I see you doing like shaman work eventually, but I feel like you need to get to the point where it's like you're seeing it all unfold in front of you first, and then you're going to see all that stuff shift and change. Because you have to want to change first, right? The job is the job, but what is the spiritual aspect? It's all spiritual coming up. Like all the stuff that I see before you coming up into the new year is all spiritual. It's all your awakening stuff, right? So once you hit that spiritual awakening, and then it's like, okay, what's next? Show me what's next, right? And let your grandparents are conspiring this for a long time now. So it's not even just now, but say to them, okay, whatever you have planned for me, let's start it now. And let's get the ball rolling so that I can now see it, right? Because I feel like you pay so much, you put everything out to everybody else, but not yourself. So right now, just set that intention that says, I'm ready for more. What do you want to show me? Right? And let them show you. Right? Because there's so much.
I get lost because I never know what, I guess I get lost in that aspect because I never know what the correct field is, or what is the correct path, or I haven't even figured all my wants and goals for my job and stuff like that. I mean, I'm in the healthcare field. I've been there for 10, 15 years now, and I mean, I love it. It's just right now I'm currently at a job that's just making a paycheck right now because of the pandemic. But, you know, it's to hear that you do get that feeling from my grandparents. My father-in-law passed away last year. This is his anniversary in August, and it was pretty tough. I try to reach out to him a lot of times with the mediums and with you guys. And, you know, it's just really nice to hear that you guys can feel him and you can feel them together. And just, you know, they know that I'm going on the right path eventually. Do you see any more future kids in my life?
I see up to 2 boys coming. But I also want to say that no path is the wrong path. Just step in it. If you don't like it, change it. Like there's no wrong decision. Just do it. Right? You can choose whatever it is you want to choose.
I guess I just never know what to choose or what will make me happy. My life.
It doesn't matter.
My goal is to make my kids, make sure I can pay the bills and make sure my kid's number one.
So yeah, ask your grandparents to come in and just help guide you in that. Ask them to come in. They show me the way. And let them show you.
Do they leave me any signs, like at my house or anything that they would, you know, between me and them that they would know? I know my grandpa was really hard to come out because, you know, she's Catholic.
I'm seeing feathers being placed in certain spots for you. So that's what he's telling me. So take a look around, ask him to show you more, a definite spot of where it is, and so that you can find it. But I have to let you go because we're just about ready to wrap up. Thank you so much for joining me today. So much love to you, and I wish you all the best in your journey forward.